Where do they usually hire manpower from?
See, overall, Abu Dhabi is a small market. There are some challenges in terms of the market, in terms of the salaries. I'm proud to say that we have a huge database of clients who trust us all these years.
So, have you ever had an embarrassing encounter with a client that you wish you could forget? Welcome to Beyond Borders by Soundlines Global, the podcast where we explore the world of HR and recruitment. I'm your host, Mansa, Group Marketing Director at Soundlines Global. And today, we have a very special guest joining us. Please welcome Mr. Inato Awami, the General Manager of Abu Dhabi Operations, who has been a part of Soundlines Global for over 15 years now. Welcome, Mr. Inato, to our podcast.
Thank you, Mansa. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm very excited.
Great. Before we dive into our discussion, could you tell our listeners a little bit about your role at Soundlines Global, what it has been in the last 15 years for you?
Well, it's been a long ride, I would say, full of bumps. But at the end of the day, been a very successful one as well. I've been with this industry for almost 15 years.
Right.
And I'm handling the operations and the strategic directions of the company in Abu Dhabi and the surrounding region.
Correct.
So it's been very interesting as well. And I am super excited what the future holds for us.
That's great.
And I'm very much happy that things are going well for us in the market. We have built a brand name over the years, and we are associated with all the top companies.
That's nice.
So to sum it up, yes, this is more about what we are doing at the moment
That's
in
nice.
Abu Dhabi here.
So it's been how many years? Because before you were looking into the Dubai operations.
Yes.
And now you're heading the Abu Dhabi operations.
Sure.
Both these emirates are very different in the nature of clientele, nature of business. How has this journey been for you?
It's a good question. I was working in Dubai for the last 14 years, to be exact.
Yeah.
And after that, over the years in Dubai, it's more open, I would say. Dubai is more fast-paced. The clients or the customers are receptive to new ideas because they believe in the technology, the brand image, and the trendiness in the market. And whereas I moved to Abu Dhabi in 2019. So Abu Dhabi is more or less, they focus on sectors like oil and gas, finance, and the long-term projects.
Okay.
So there is some sort of a small comparison. But overall, I would say that it's not much of a challenge. It's just about building a bridge with your clients.
Right.
And I've been in Abu Dhabi for the last almost 5 years now. So it's been a beautiful journey. And I've made a base over there. The clients are happy. Just about understanding what the client needs.
Correct.
And what is their requirements and where we fit in ourselves, where we adjust to the requirements of the clients.
Right.
So that's what I would say.
So how receptive are they? Because if you look at business front,
Sure.
when you look at companies, in Dubai, probably there could be companies where you probably call them an hour before and you still do get an appointment.
Sure.
So how does it work in the Abu Dhabi market?
See, overall, Abu Dhabi is a small market where as I said earlier, they focus more on the oil and gas and long-term projects. Then we also have in Abu Dhabi where the government, interference is there, where they decide which projects to do where.
Okay.
So in Abu Dhabi, it's more, I would say more like, not that open.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, it's all, as I was saying, that, we need to understand what the client is looking for, what are challenges that they've faced, and what we as a recruitment partner can bring in the market for them. So it's all about understanding the needs of the client. And it's not much of a challenge, at least for me.
Right.
I've been in this market for a long time. So we build a relationship with clients and we try to build the trust over the years. And it's all about that. And they trust us with any business. And then we get it. But yes, when you talk about the appointments or the meetings, it's a little bit of a challenge because the cultural thing comes into place, then the government decisions come into place. So they focus more on reliability, more on, so these are the factors that they will look forward to. So that's a little bit of a challenge. But overall, it's not much of a comparison. But the markets are open and we have been successful, at least for us, Soundlines.
That's great.
Yeah. So,
where do they usually hire manpower from? I mean, which all countries do they look, especially for Abu Dhabi? Where do they prefer recruiting manpower?
I'll be happy to answer that. So yes, India is at the forefront. That's where the majority of the companies, be it oil and gas sectors, be it the FM industry, or be it the manufacturing, or be it the construction side. So India is the number one location for all the clients because they believe that the skill sets or the experience or the exposure is better from India. So the clients prefer to go to India first. Then comes from Nepal. Then we have Sri Lanka, and then we have the other countries like Philippines, and of course towards Africa.
Right.
So these are the countries where we source. And as we specialize in the blue collar, so that is our expertise. And we've been in this industry for a very long time. So there's a lot of trust in the market when they hear about Soundlines. So that is where we have been successful. And yes, it's when you talk about bulk recruitment, you get the majority of the workers are from India. So that's the market.
Okay. So predominantly from Abu Dhabi sector, it is like from India.
Yes. There are some challenges in terms of the market, in terms of the salaries, but that's part of the package. So it's just about navigating ourselves to find the right candidates within the brackets, the salary brackets of the client. So that's how, at the end of the day, we have to deliver.
Of course.
And we have to live it up to it. So that's how we build trust over the years. And we have continued business with a lot of clients. I'm proud to say that we have a huge database of clients who trust us all these years.
That's great. Yes. So there is a lot of, especially when you're specifically talking about the oil and gas sector, there is a lot of repeat business, isn't it?
Yes.
In these kind of sectors and industries, because it's not something that you just recruit now and then you stop the recruitment in those ways. And especially now, as we have even entered into the outsourcing business, how has this journey been for the Abu Dhabi clientele, specifically for outsourcing and recruitment? What's the preference?
The preference nowadays, there's a slight deviation, I would say, in terms of the clients preferring for manpower outsourcing as well. Because what happens is, especially for the oil and gas sectors, a lot of clients, they do prefer to have their own employees under their sponsorship, and then they deploy them to various sites for ADNOC projects, for offshore or for onshore. And when you talk about the manpower outsourcing, nowadays, many of the clients are preferring that option because it's easier. Because everything is under the manpower supplier of this outsourcing. So that's there's a huge difference. But however, that being said, even we have a lot of clients now whose projects we have executed, and we have hired a lot of workers from India and from Nepal. So especially for Abu Dhabi. So they're still open at the end of the day, and it's all about the client, the company, what they prefer. So it's for us, we customize ourselves as per the needs of the client. So we're open to any option. It's just about the client telling us what they need. And then we deliver that. That's for sure, 100%.
So is this a suggestion that you give to clients, or see, because when you go to a restaurant, there's an a la carte menu in which you see different options and things.
Yes.
Similarly, when you approach a client, do you tell them that two possibilities are there? Because when you look at the pricing, also it varies from recruitment to the outsourcing. It does vary. So is this put across to the client in terms of what would be in terms of their positions that they want, the salaries and everything?
Sure, definitely. Because as a recruitment partner, that's what we call ourselves. It is our job because we are in this industry for over a long time. So we know the challenges in the sourcing countries. We know the challenges here as well. So we try to find a balance. And it is my job as a recruiter to give the right advice. So we do negotiate where possible. We do advise them that we recommend that this is the best country that we can get in terms of the skill set that they're looking for. And also, of course, it depends on the numbers that they're looking for. So yes, we try to balance the nationality as well, because in the UAE, it's a requirement. And that's where we come into action. So we try to advise the clients what best we can provide in which countries based on the requirements. So we adjust ourselves, that's for sure.
Right. That's great. So on a lighter note now, What is the funniest job position a client has demanded for in your,
Okay.
over a decade of
Oh
experience
man,
that you
a
have? What?
lot of positions, lot of funny situations. But yeah, I mean, some clients, it is what it is. But yeah, they ask for someone who can do multitasking, and they want this and that. But whereas the budget does not fit. And it becomes kind of funny in a way, hilarious as well, because we try to explain to the client that if you need somebody who wants to get a job done,
Yeah.
whatever they're looking for, it's not available in the market because we're dealing
Right.
with people at
Yeah.
the end of the day. So
Yeah.
what I can sell is what I can provide. It's like you're asking for a fishmonger, somebody who cleans a fish. For the residents, which we don't do. So
Yeah.
that's one of the instances I would say, because when you talk about the retail industry or food industry is where they need dispositions, whereas sometimes the clients ask that they want a butcher for the household, which is something that we don't do. So there's a huge gap, so we try to explain. Then that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you ever had an embarrassing encounter with a client that you wish you could forget?
Quite a few, but just to name one, if I may share it, I'm doing a presentation, doing a meeting, I accidentally, obviously it happens to all of us, maybe, or maybe it's just me, but I spilled coffee and then it was a little bit awkward, and
So you're the clumsy one.
Yeah, sort of, And that day, I'm normally never clumsy, but
Never clumsy,
that day it had to happen. So yeah, that was one funny incident, and we just laughed it off at that. Honestly speaking, the client was very, very kind, and she understood my situation, and then she just we laughed it off, and we carried on with the meeting, and it was great. At the end of the day, the incident happened, but we got the business, so that's all it is.
That's what that matters.
It happens to all of us. Yeah, just one of those days.
So, my next question to you. If you could swap jobs with anyone in the company for a day, who would it be and why?
Good question. If I think of it, I would love to be in the shoes of our office boy. Just to understand, dealing with a lot of team members, a lot of colleagues, and just making sure that they're happy by giving them a good coffee or a good tea.
It is actually a very stressful.
It is. I can imagine
stressful job.
Everybody drinks coffee or even tea for that matter.
Correct.
So it's a huge task.
It is.
And it must be very challenging because I see our office boy as well.
Yeah.
So I can see that he's always busy, almost like for the 8 hours. So that's how it's challenging.
No, hats off to them.
Yes. The way to do it, and the patience, and I don't know how to do it, but yes, I would love to understand. Just to be in the shoes.
I mean, everything with such precision. I mean, the coffee has to be at a certain temperature. The tea, even if it's
everybody
regular.
has different tastes.
Tastes, absolutely.
Some might want sugar, some might want less sugar, some might don't want sugar. So it depends, situational. But yes, that's a very interesting, role that I would be happy to be in.
Nice. So, what's the most unexpected skill or hobby you've discovered amongst your team members till date?
Oh, well, I was blown away by one of our team colleague. We had a team building activity. We had a cricket match. And I saw that one of our team member, he was an amazing cricketer.
Really?
The way he bowled, yes, I was shocked. Wow. And he was a great batsman as well. So he scored so good runs and he took a lot of wickets. If in the world of cricket, if you are, if you're involved. So they won the match, the trophy. So it was, I was quite shocked. Yes. I mean, you never know who has hidden talents.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So these are the times when you discover that, oh wow, somebody's really good in football or cricket. And so it was quite interesting to know. Very nice. Kudos to him.
I think these kind of team building activities and exercises are very important.
Very much important.
For the company, for heads like you also who would understand and know what talent is actually there in because otherwise you're just in your regular grind every day.
Yes.
Come do your routine and then you're back.
Totally.
So, but this way it really is very, very helpful.
It is. At the end of the day, we need to understand, we need to have a human touch. That's where we build relations with our team members.
Yes.
And we work together, but it's just in the office. So out of the office as well, when we have these activities, that's where we get to know them more. Then that's where we, make things good for all of us, for the organization. So that's how it is. It's interesting.
That's nice.
But I was shocked. I never expected the person that he's going to be such a great, amazing cricketer. Yeah. So that was nice.
Wow, that's nice. Now we move to our first activity segment.
Okay.
We have a list of industry-related riddles.
Okay.
All right. If you solve the riddle, you're
right.
off the hook for taking an espresso shot.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting.
You up for the challenge?
Sure. Why not? Let's go.
Can we get the espresso shots, please? So here's the first riddle.
Sure.
What do you call a group of unorganized recruiters?
Oh, man. That's a good one. Good one. Well, in our terms or in our phrase that we say, I would say that we call them, can I say this word?
Okay.
Suitcase agencies.
Suitcase.
They don't have any office. They don't
Correct.
have a license, no infrastructure, nothing. They
Yes.
come here on a visit and they steal the business away from us.
Right.
That's how it is.
Right.
So
Okay.
we call them suitcase agencies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that saves you one. Now for the next question. What do you call a recruiter who's always on the move?
A go-getter.
No.
No? Well, correct me if I'm wrong. He's always on the move.
Always on the move. So think of something, a person who's always on the move. So what
Okay.
what would he have on his feet?
Shoes. What do you
For
mean?
him to move faster?
Okay. No.
I can't give you any more clues.
No, I'm lost.
That calls for a shot and I
Sure.
shall give you the answer.
Okay.
Rolling recruiter.
A rolling recruiter. Somebody's always on the feet.
On the feet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that goes for a shot for
Okay.
you, Inato.
All right, I will. I'm guilty. There you go.
Lovely.
Oh, reminds me of something else, but yeah. All right, please carry on.
For the last one,
Okay.
why did the recruiter bring a ladder to the job interview?
To scale up. In short,
Close. Ladder.
yeah.
So what happens on the ladder?
You climb up
And
and you reach the top.
you climb up and
Yeah.
you even come down, right?
And you even come down, yeah. Sure.
So it's up and coming.
No, up and come. Oh, wow. How'd you come up with that?
Up and coming.
That's a good one. That's a good one, really. I like that.
So one more shot
have
for you,
to?
please.
Oh my
yes.
gosh. All right, one more you go. Okay.
All right.
So far, you're winning.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
That was a fun activity. First round segment.
I lost. I'll do better
Clearly.
next time. I'll do better next time. Trust me.